So what if it's not necessarily a one person controlling everything? Because we like to simplify stuff, the singularity. What if it's a group? Right, that idea. Then, what if it's not a group or a person? It's just the way everything is organized. That's just the way it's running.
Oh, this way. I would never see people that I think design if it's like a figment of my imagination.
Correct.
I just need something to make sense of how everything is happening.
Because I like to measure everything.
Yeah. Everything has to make sense no matter how what side of the whole is on. It just makes sense like that. Because I was thinking about like Grand Theft Auto, like how they make the game.
Yeah.
They have to make it like emptiness, and then they start creating like animations because if this is a creative, like if it's a say like VR, I can't just walk around the house and play the VR. I would need a completely empty space and for like this VR game reality to be real. Like I need it like it completely empty because if I like bump into something, that's gonna be.
It's like me being in two realities at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. So I would literally, I was like, that's what I did. I did do that. Like this is a simulation. This is a like a just a simulation I put together. The whole time I'm dreaming, it's like I'm dreaming. It's like I'm projecting onto this. This is all in my mind. This is everything. Everything is in my mind. It's so deep and crazy. It's so deep and crazy. I don't know, my mind blown.
Your mind what?
Blown.
Oh.
And I'm high.
Well, you got different perspectives. It's just different perspectives. Yeah. Yeah.
And that's why I was telling Kite too. I was like, every perspective is like right. He was like, no. He was like, it still got responsibilities. And I'm like, think about it. Like, if it's this existence has to have polarity, or nothing would exist because everything has to have a polarity. So if I'm on this spiritual path, whoever is on like a different path or whatever, say the opposite path of where I'm on, they're completely right. That their perspective is right also because I also need that to be categorized or put a label on whatever I choose to.
Let me measure stuff. Because it gives me a point of reference to say, all right, this is here, then the opposite of it is here.
Right.
So if this is point A, then this is the opposite of point B. Exactly. Give me a point of reference, so I'm always measuring stuff.
Exactly.
Huh?
I'm saying in a whole different dimension.
Always, man. Everything always gets clearer. The light is always getting more bright. So my awareness of everything is brighter. It's farther. I can see farther.
Yeah,
it's expanding.
It's expanding. My awareness of myself and my consciousness of myself is expanding.
There we go. Yeah. Of all of it, everything.
So I realize, it's crazy. It is it's like a paradox. It's a paradox.
That's why I say paradoxical anomaly. It kind of don't make sense, but it does, and it shouldn't make sense, but it should, and but whatever.
The more I sound like I'm not trying to prove it makes sense, but it actually does make sense, but it doesn't make sense. Like this verse right here, not verse, but this is a paradox. There isn't any truth. There isn't any truth. That's a paradox. Because if we were to be true, that means the statement would be false. Because there isn't any truth. Even if it's true, it's also false. Because if there isn't any truth, and that statement was to be true, that make that statement a lie. had to do that. I had to ask that again. Like, what? This sentence right here. There isn't any truth is a paradox in itself. Because if that was to be true, there isn't any truth, then that will make it a lie now. Because if there isn't any truth, how can it be truth to that statement, which would make it false?
Oh, you're saying if it's using the hypothetical though. It's using the hypothetical and saying turn on the fan so these mosquitoes don't hit your leg no more. I mean it's it's using the hypothetical and saying if that statement was true, then that would be a lie because yeah. But the statement is false though. You know? It is false.
So it is true.
Yeah.
It's false. There you go. It's true. I gotta. Ain't no way. I gotta look that up. But if we say it's true, there isn't any truth, then how can it be true if it isn't any truth? And it has to be. That
I understand what you're saying.
Has to be true.
I understand the concept. Good. It's a concept. I mean, there's plenty of truth. This truth will always be. You know, and even truth is something that has to be measured.
Exactly. So.
There's always measurement. It's always math and geometry and probability. It's measuring. You gotta relate one thing to another thing. You gotta have a start point and an end point for something to be true. That's interesting. It has to be a start point and an end point for anything to be true. So then would infinity be true?
You can't measure infinity
Then how would it be true?
Exactly. It's like exactly. Exactly. This realm is infinite. Like, so how can you measure everything?
Then it wouldn't be infinite though. If infinity can't be measured, then it wouldn't be infinity.
I mean, everything is true.
I mean, infinity is a concept though.
Yeah. Everything is a concept. Like, so I can just make myself understand. I put stuff in boxes. I just infinite. I may not be able to like measure it. I can put categories and labels and concepts. That's how I organize my mind.
What I think is, I don't necessarily think this is infinity, but I think there's this one space reorganizing the same information. So it looks different and it seems like infinity and it seems like forever, but it's really just the same thing in different forms. Like the same space. Like if I were to like look at one ball and every single day that ball changed just a little bit. Just a little bit. Did you reach? Huh?
you observe boundaries in that.
What do you mean?
It is a parallel universe.
Somehow how it changes.
Yeah. It's a parallel.
It had to be more than parallel. It had to be more than parallel.
More than parallel?
Yeah.
I'm talking 5 deep or 40.
Well, you know what? Parallel would make sense. Now that I think of it, yeah. Parallel actually would make sense.
It is parallel, right?
Yeah.
Getting from one point to the next, changing the other each time.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Yep. Yeah, parallel would be. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, that's what I think. Though it's just the same information. The reason why I say it is because like movies, be remaking the same movie over and over and over and over again. It don't even be the sequel. It be the same movie with different animation. That telling me it's gonna keep on going. It's just a pattern. Forever.
It's a paradox.
Forever, ever.
It's a paradox.
It just
spiral, like different events, like, but different, something, just one thing is how one thing is different. It's the same concept, it's the same thing, paradox, possibilities. Different possibilities of one possibility.
correct. Correct. Picturing that is what's great though. Different possibilities of one possibility. Like look at one scenario and it just happens in an infinite amount of ways. Yeah, that's the source. The source is that very first possibility of all the scenarios. Yeah, that's all that. Young Pharaoh sparked me with that one though about the different information reorganizing itself. I'm like, you know what? When I think of it, yeah, I can kind of see it this way. It's like it's a limited space, but with infinite ways to reorganize the same information, or seemingly infinite.
Yes.
Well, no, it would have to be infinite. You know what? It would have to be infinite because of the pi ratio. The pi ratio shows me that there's a possibility something could never end. 3.1415, blah, 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 and never ends. So that shows me that there is a possibility that something could go forever. There we go. So it goes for infinity. So infinity does exist. It can't be measured, yet it can be observed.
Yes.
Because it's observed as a possibility. Oh, okay.
Exactly. Which proves that anything here can manifest its own different possibilities.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just because it, like, the concept of it exists. Like, 3 point. If I never had pi, could I say that? That there's not an infinity or whatever? If I never had like an example of this concept, how would I know what it is?
True. Yeah, if I had never experienced that ratio, that pattern, and known that it never ends, I would never even conceptualize the possibility of something being infinite. Correct. Yeah, I get it. Khajjah, you up over there? Nope. I got you. Good. But yeah, that's a good one right there. That's a good one. Chi ratio.
They're good.
Huh?
They're good.
Oh yeah, always, always. Another possibility of that is a number that always repeats. Is another possibility. Like
Yeah.
divided 2/3.
Mm-hmm.
It's what is it? 1.6 to infinity.
Right.
That's another possibility. So that shows a different type of infinity.
A different type.
That shit, gas. Hold on. Hold on. That shit kind of hit. That hit me right there. Hold on. Oh, excuse
A
me,
different
Khajjah.
type of infinity.
That showed me a different type of infinity. Oh, shit. Oh, that would kind of hit me right there.
We going 5D.
Oh, my greatness. Oh. Oh, a different type of infinity. So it gotta exist. So I'm thinking if there's different types of infinities, then that means of all the possibilities of everything, there's a different.
Yes.
At least one of them gonna have an infinity,
Yes.
whatever form it is. There's gonna be one avocado
It's
tree
always
that
gonna
always
exist.
exists
Right. There's
forever.
always gonna be polarity. Exactly. Like this
That
chair.
shit can't.
This chair is doing its job. Like it's doing its job to sit here and just being a possibility.
Yep.
Like good job. You carrying out whatever code of infinity that I told you to carry out. The same for humans. Like for somebody, for people who probably don't study, like what's going on in the world, probably not caught up to what's going on in the world for real on the like the matrix splitting.
Mm-hmm.
They're completely right in doing it because I need them, their exact mind, to exist as a possibility so I can be polarity of that.
Yep.
Of that paradigm. I have a yes. And everything right exactly that exists on that level of whatever paradigm, if it fits in that paradigm, then I can create an opposite paradigm. It's like basically like cancer and immune cell. Like in order to be an immune cell, you have to be down a paradigm to be like that's the code. Like that's the paradigm.
In order to what now?
Like being an immune cell or even a cancer cell. Where was I going? Where was I going? Oh, paradigm. That's the paradigm. I lost it.
Yeah, they ain't want to know what. It's on video. I'm recording it anyway.
Okay.
Right, Jay, all this stuff beautiful to be able to see it and know it.
Different possibility of infinity. That's what you're saying.
Different possibilities. There's different types of infinity.
Different types of infinity.
Possibilities. And then I said that would also mean that there's also different possibilities of everything being infinite, like an infinite form of everything. That there's there's a possibility of a human living forever, animal living forever, like that shit, and it's always gonna exist.
Exactly.
It's always gonna. So that would also means that there's like an archetype that's somewhere
that expresses that.
Yeah.
Because in order for me to observe it, it has to be expressed to me in some type of way. I have to observe. I have to look
express
at
and observe.
Exactly. When you express something, or when the gene, some per se, expresses, it has to be. It's expressing to be observed. If that makes sense. Like I have to. It has to follow the code, the DNA.
Yeah. So that means there's a number one of everything out there. There's number one. One fern, one mango tree, one avocado. Never left. It's always been there. Man, they still don't even know how many me's it is out there. It's just a bunch of them. Just multiplying like a cell does. Multiply itself somehow, some way.
And all these possibilities are in my mind. all these possibilities are me, exactly. Just expressed in a different way.
But that different possibilities of infinity, that was sparked right there. That was good. That was good. And numbers show that possibility. Different way to look at numbers. Yeah. This conversation is sparked what I said about the dictionary. Like, you gotta be able to cross-reference, use the dictionary as a history book to see when the word came out. So when you read a book, if you know when that word exists, you be like, whoa, they used the wrong word to explain this civilization or this time period. It may read way different. Way different. There's a lot of stuff that I learned and had to learn in the Moorish paradigm.
Yes.
Huh? Oh, yeah. A lot of history. A lot of history and astrology and codes and patterns and everything. Yeah,
That's why we talk about astrology, that possibility of infinity.
In the fridge door, there's like chocolate trail mixes.
We're talking about the different possibilities of infinity and how infinity has to exist.
Right.
Every single perspective, every single.
Yeah, for God to experience it, for you to experience it, so you have to have. It's beautiful.
What I'm saying is, numbers show that there are different possibilities of infinity. Like using the pi ratio, you got 3.1415 and so on and so forth. It never ends. Ever. Right? So that's infinity. Then you got a number like 2/3. 2 divided by 3 is 1.6 to infinity. It never ends. So there's two different types of infinity.
Infinite different types of infinity.
And I said if that's the case, then that means there's a possibility of everything to have an infinite version.
Yeah.
There's one human, at least, that lives forever, or two humans, or a lot. Just live forever.
Forever, exactly.
You ever seen Looper?
What's up with that?
He got this is dude, I think it was Bruce Willis is on there. He gotta go back and kill like his old self, or his young self. His old self going back to kill his young self. Yeah. And people, yeah, they go into these portals and go back in time and stuff.
Think about this. Was 3.14 ever created or destroyed? Was 3.14 been so long? Like how? It was never created. It just existed as just math. That's how you know there's math in every single thing. Like every single thing that exists here, there's some type of math to it.
I think that fraction, 3.14 fraction form is like 52 over 17. Something. When y'all pull that up? That was a guess. That was a good guess.
That movie, A Beautiful Mind, the whole movie is about that math, that 3.14.
That makes sense. Golden ratio. What's the golden ratio?
Yeah.
What's the golden ratio? Golden ratio. Golden.
Yeah, the golden ratio.
It always been here. It's energy. It's like it always been there. All these structures, it's always been here. there's no way right now that I can go back.
Put in 3.14. Put in pi ratio fraction. I know there's a button on the calculator that you can do that. Change the fraction to a decimal. Remember that part. Mind on fire, legs.
I always think like that. I remember everything in my head.
Is this a number or something?
Yeah. Well, you put it in fraction. Well, so put in pi ratio, then put in fraction.
Oh, fraction. Okay.
I just need to get this paradigm popping, you know. Get
Mhm.
this paradigm that I'm on that allows me to express these things. You know, it already exists. You know, I just need to hop on it.
Let me see.
That's how I feel.
Oh, well, never mind. I thought it was 22/7. That's what it was. 22/7. It says 22/7 is a very good approximation of pi, but this well-known fraction is actually 1/791st larger than a slightly less well-known but much more mysterious rational approximation for pi. The fraction 355/113 is incredibly close to pi, within a third of a millionth of the exact value. So it's so hard. That's amazing that even exists though. Can't even convert it into a fraction. So how did it even exist? How did somebody find a decimal that doesn't exist? In the fraction form, you can't find the original, because on the calculator, what it does is, it's got the fraction of decimal button. I think it's FD or something like that. You can just hit the button and then it converts. So the calculator, what the calculator does is approximate it. Because if they don't, we don't know. That shit is amazing as fuck. Which would mean.
And why they get these numbers from?
Well, think about this. What that mean? What that would mean is they would have to see the number play out 3.1415 and be the same for a long time, and then one number finally be off after like 20 something, 30 something, 40 something numbers. That shit is amazing.
It can't be another possibility of it.
And who?
It cannot be another possibility of it. Even infinity, it can have different possibilities. Oh my God, but it can't. Because there can never be another pi, right? There can never be another version of that infinity. But there are different versions
I get
of
what you're saying.
infinity at the same
Well,
time.
Well, that would because that would be the source of that possibility. Pi is the source
It's
of
the
that
source
possibility.
of that possibility.
no beginning and no ending.
It just is.
Yeah, it
But
just is.
nobody
Formally
knows
shaped.
how it even
Yeah.
became a thing.
Right, exactly. Just got here. That's how it be in the dreams.
is.
You
It
just got here.
Yeah, right. You can't even go back
Right.
to past him. You can't
Oh, I'm just
remember. I
here.
remember
Oh
from-
shit.
You just in that dream, you just going, just experiencing.
Exactly.
Put
You
in
would never know what day it is.
put in 22 divided by 7. I think that's how we used to do it. 22
Oh, my
divided by
calculator?
7. Yeah.
You
That's
can never
amazing,
know what
yo.
day it is, what time it is in your dream.
Yeah. That ain't even turn your phone sideways. Oh, you got the orientation.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, so you should be able to switch your phone and the number be longer.
Let me do it again. I had to turn the thing off.
Yeah. And that one says 3.1428. And what were the other numbers? Can you pull up one of the other numbers on the? Oh, you want to screenshot this?
Screenshot it?
And that's not even a fair time, right?
No, that said that was the closest one. So put in the, I guess you have to go back to that website. And then put in the other number. Is it right there? Yeah, right there. 355 divided by 113. What? No, that can't be.
No?
That can't.
Oh, no.
Because 113 would go into 355 at least 3 times. There we go, 3.1415. That's the one I'm accustomed to. 3.1415. That shit's interesting. The other one was 3.1428 something.